Hello, my name is Biljana Vozarevic, and today we are going to talk about giving gifts after, of course, our beautiful Maha Mrityunjaya Mantra, because today of compassion in action, and I'm sure that today's topic on giving gifts and how to make most of it, how to really be practical about it, where I was inspired by Mohanji's message that he shared recently within the group, within our team, but it will also be shared in public, and check our blog. So here I would really like to open more eyes about this priceless gift of chance of giving gifts and how to be really practical about it. What Mohanji recommends is, some of you already know, how whatever is gifted and is short-lived, and if the gifts accumulate, is less precious than if we help those who need help most, especially nowadays in this situation where the virus itself is not as dangerous and not so fatal as the consequences of it, especially unemployment and starvation because of unemployment and various consequences due to that, secondary consequences. Let's start with this beautiful Maha Mrityunjaya Mantra, which really settles within, raises vibration, raises the awareness, and it helps us connect with that deep inner space, which is so vast, which is immense, and which is immortal. The space which has no beginning nor end, which is always there, which just is all that is, the being itself. And this Maha Mrityunjaya Mantra helps us overcome even the fear of death. It helps us be stable and raise in awareness where we are detached, become detached from by living the life fully and having more energy to live our full potential while we are in this body, and gradually to lead ourselves to higher awareness, to really have liberated existence in the way whatever we do, whomever we meet, in whichever situation life puts us, that we are fine and we can deal with it with stability, inner strength, potential, and power, that we are able to deal with everything, knowing that these are all things which come and go, whatever the hit is, whether it's ecstatic or agonizing, it's always transitory. Whatever is infinite and intransitory, whatever is permanent, is actually our true nature. Let's connect to this infinite, indestructible, always there, stable, unchangeable, true and real nature through Maha Mrityunjaya Mantra. Keep your back straight and your spine erect. Sit comfortably on the floor or on the chair. Focus on your spine and breathe in through your lower belly and breathe out. A few beautiful deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale from the bottom of your spine to the top of your head. And exhale from the top of your head to the bottom of your spine, sending inner smile each millimeter of your spine and to each part of your body. Feel this brightness and inner sunshine which is always there. Only temporary clouds of emotions and feelings can come over it and mask it. They come and go, but inner sunshine is always there. Powerful, bright, based in unconditional love, where there is no other. There is no other more powerful force in the universe. Connect to that unconditional love within. Let's start in faith. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Stay with the feeling in your body. Feel the vibrations. Embrace that peace inside. Embrace that love in your heart. Feel the love. Feel the peace. Rub your palms. Let them warm up. And give that warmth to your eyes. Let the eyes soak that beautiful energy. And when you're ready, inhale, and with honest, gentle smile, open your eyes. So when you're ready, how do you feel? Amazing feeling. And a beautiful introduction now into the talk about giving gifts. I wanted immediately to refer to Mohanji's this message that he shared recently. This message was related to the people who give him gifts and for which he is very, very grateful for. He sent even a kind of a letter of gratitude about it. He's really, really touched by the love that people send to him, that people express through these gifts. And some of the gifts come from really far away. And this is not very practical to transport the gift from such faraway countries. There is a lot of transportation. There are a lot of delays maybe, and the gifts stand at the airports or at the customs and come later, and they're maybe used for a short while. So I would really like to read some of the parts of this message, of this gratitude, and then about invitation to be practical. I'm saying this, says Mohanji, with full gratitude and appreciation of your love and kindness towards me or any of our family members who live with me. I fully appreciate, I fully understand your feeling, and I'm filled with gratitude because you're finding time and spending money and energy to send the gift items which you love to give to me and the people here in the house. But then he invites us to be practical. But we have to be practical in this context. He says, if you have some money with you to spare, make sure that a few beings around you who are hungry are given food and satisfy them. This is really a gift you are giving me, because we know that Mohanji is not only body. Of course, the body has needs, but he will touch that as well. The needs of the body are really, really few. And what he says here, when you feed beings around you who are starving, who are really, really in a miserable state, and you make them satisfied in this way, you satiate their hunger, you quench their thirst, you give them shelter or clothes or whatever the needs, basic needs they lack, that way you are giving gifts to me. He is in consciousness one with everything, right? We say he's a humanitarian, but it doesn't prevent us express his other side, which is his spiritual capacity of being one really in consciousness with every being. So whenever some being suffers, he feels it as a part of himself, as part of his body. I know that he feels when these animals in slaughterhouses suffer. He really feels a tremendous excruciating pain in the heart, and he feels how these animals feel, as if they are part of him. So as if they lambs and cows and pigs and whichever animals are slaughtered are like his parts of the body slaughtered, cut in pieces and spill blood and especially emotional pain accompanied with it, because these animals are intelligent and feel. These animals are conscious beings, beings like animals. Let's say they could be human beings of 2 years old. Yeah, like a 2 year old. So this is how, let's say, cow or dog or cat intelligent is. So let me continue with this. I would like you to use your extra money, excess money, for feeding the poor, the old, the sick, the birds, the animals, beings of the water, beings of the sky, beings of the earth. This is what I would like you to do, or like to do myself. And I do it. We know that he lives by example. I also feed birds daily here in my flat in Novi Sad on the second floor. I have a chance to feed a lot of pigeons daily. I'm really blessed for this chance, so that they come to my building. They come to my window, and now they're used to be given food. And in this way, I satiate hunger in the morning, at least some of it, some of the hunger, with some good corn, with some good corn, right? Grains, which they really enjoy. This experience cannot be explained. This is so heart enriching, and it expands. I feel it expands me. So it's nothing sentimental. It's totally the opposite of being sentimental. It's being real and doing something for others around you, and enriching your heart by that, by reaching your heart. It really fulfills the day. I'm grateful for that. Then that gratitude which accompanies it even strengthens and stabilizes me more. So I would like that more people introduce similar habits, and whether inspired by this case or inspired by Mohanji's message. He further says, if you send materials from far away from different countries, there is cost of transportation, there is cost related to government, like customs, fees and stuff. Eventually, that item becomes much more expensive than what we buy from the shop. Again, I'm telling you, I'm deeply grateful that you thought about me or the people in the family. Of course, he always feels the love and his gratitude for that love part. It cannot be replaced by anything. He says, and you really spend that money, time, and energy to procure it and send it. But when we consider the total cost and the total damage to our wallets, is it worth it? Many of the materials are usable probably a few times, a few weeks, maximum few months, and it's discarded. But medicines and essential items, that's a different thing, okay? Because for our existence, all the essentials are welcome because they help sustenance, right? That's a different area. Talking about general gifts that we don't really need. We need about a few dress materials, he says, right, pieces of clothes, materials which we need for dealing with the world outside. That's about it. We don't need a lot of it. Again, your love and your kindness It's not the same way we walk into a shop and, oh, I like a dress, you go and buy it. Because a desire happened, fulfill the desire. That's okay. But it's not the same when you buy and send from a long distance to courier. And courier charges the custom or to customs, or the government charges VAT, value added tax. All those put together, it really, really becomes expensive. And probably it's not so essential. So I would like us to be considering all these things before we decide to buy something and send something for us. Rather, I would like you to spend that money in helping the helpless. Help the helpless. That's what Mohanji always repeats. And I'm repeating here in this video again. Help our neighbors. Help the people around us. In today's situations, many people have lost their job. There is then zero income, their expenses for daily living, right? Maybe some of them have loans, and without income, their debt to the banks increase. So this is really, really situation which is never desirable and really miserable. And apart from ego bashing here, apart from really hurt ego, the stomach is hurt, lifestyle is hurt, of course, damaged, and the stomach is empty. So let's at least fill the stomach of these people and basic needs, and with this ego they will somehow swallow this humiliation, let's say, that life has brought. I have found several facts, statistics, recent statistics. Sorry if it hasn't been updated freshly for August. In each case, let's say there are 5,000 people lost job in Dubai only, and 500,000 in United Arab Emirates, so in the whole country. Then about 30, no, this is now, this is all the fact, 30 million in the United States. Now it's more than 40 million people in the United States. That's statistics from May. And imagine how it is now 3 months later, when even situation may be even worse. Then 22,000 people lost job in Serbia, although the strategy in Serbia was given to owners of private companies that, and also state companies, that they do not fire people. This was a recommendation, so that they keep them, they give some minimum they can survive this period of COVID virus and somehow bridge this period. So apart from that, again, it was impossible for some, and 22,000 people in Serbia, and Serbia is very small compared to these other countries I mentioned. Then 27 million people of young adults between 20 and 30 years old in India. Imagine what that number is. 20 to 30,000 only young adults who are willing to work, who are fresh, educated from the universities, really energetic, willing to work and contribute to the society, and they're now unemployed and really left to charity or to help of their parents and friends and relatives, whoever can help them. Most of them will not ask for help because their ego won't allow them. They will somehow find other ways, I don't know. So because I'll continue with Mohanji's message now. Because there is no income, many people are in crisis. So many companies have sacked people. They removed people. That means jobless people. And many of these people don't tell the world because they are not very poor in their normal life. But a situation like COVID-19 happened and they became jobless. I know certain cases where the people ask the grocer, can you give me a one-time meal or the materials to cook a meal for the day, for the family? So imagine that. Can you give me a one-time meal? Just one meal or money to survive one day. That level of, you know, really, really scarcity, current scarcity. So these people led normal lives. They had, for example, that could be a person who went, who could be a pilot, because now airlines are suffering also. So it could be a pilot who was traveling a lot and who earned certain amounts and who was really respected in the society, super educated, super trained and skillful and whatever. So, and also some kind of people in other jobs. This is the case. So they were buying, usually paying and buying before. But in this particular situation, they don't have that food. So we have to be really considerate. We have to keep our eyes open. We have to ensure that our neighborhood people are fine. So many shops are closed and so much of business is suffering. Yes, charities, bigger charities cover, and government makes sure that bigger charities cover a lot of cases. But also there are those who need to pay attention to them, right? One of my friends, says Mohanji, was telling me he's doing good business. About 100 people works for him. So imagine that company, 100 people works for him. He was telling me that his net loss per month is about 4 million rupees. This is the state. This is the reality. Many people are losing money because economy is tilted. So we must really understand that every meal would be precious in the world today. And we take food for granted, really, really. If you have food on your plate, don't take it for granted. It must be some good deeds, some good acts of kindness that you did in the past, so that some life brings the food to your plate today. Mohanji says now here, if you have food to eat, it's sheer grace. You deserved it. You lived for the world. The world lives for you. The world provides. So it's like the more you give, the more the world gives back. So whatever energy you give out, that energy comes back to you, right? If you're sharing and giving and satisfy somebody else's needs in that way, the life takes care of your own needs. If you always take from somebody else, like in a greedy manner, what comes is scarcity. Life takes away from you things, whether from you or from your children or grandchildren. So, but we must always think about people who do not want to eat. If you buy some extra grocery and supply to a neighbor who have lost their job, they would greatly appreciate. I would rather you would spend money for that than send it to me. It would be more practical. We got to be very, very practical today. I don't like to see children starving in the neighborhood because the parents lost the job. We can do something. Let's do it. We really can do something about it. I'm inviting you this way, and I'm also going to invite my neighbors in Novi Sad, Serbia soon on Thursday when it's my birthday. I'm going to invite everyone to whatever gifts they were going to send to me, or to buy me, or to give me any money or whatever, to pay to the Act Foundation for special needs of several families who have no electricity or fresh water, running water. So these are really basic needs. So we are focusing on those people who do not want to come out into the open and tell, look here, we need help. Their ego will not allow it. Therefore, announce public events. Say those who said, those who lost their job, don't hesitate to come. We can deliver food at the door, get a grocery bag or something, ration bags, grocery bags or something. So as I mentioned earlier, it's better to have a full stomach and let's say swallow this humiliation of being to have to receive some charity, then have both empty stomach and again humiliation of not being able to pay for your own needs. A true story. Mohanji shared this as well, so I would like to share here. I heard one person was standing outside the grocery shop, and one woman understood that this man doesn't have money. He was reluctant to go in and ask. He had lost his job and he has got a family at home. So this lady said, "Can I share something with you?" He said, "No, no, 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 I'm okay." She said, "No, I think you need help." She felt it. And he admitted, "Then I'm standing outside because I may see some of my friends, somebody whom I can talk to." She was a stranger, but he said, "I was waiting for someone to borrow some money or borrow some material." She said, "No, don't worry, come with me." Then he said, "Basically, I want food for the baby." It was a child, 2 years old or something, and he wanted to buy their baby food, and she bought it for him. He then, "You know what? I would like you to take money when I get a job. I want to pay." She said, "Don't worry. Job, you get the money and help somebody like yourself now. Please make it a change that you help others." See, these are things which are very touching. I would like to act of kindness because they're poor people and they probably have enough ego not to ask anybody that they need food or even bread, especially with children. I feel very sad when there is nothing to eat. And I know some cases where they went to the grocery and said, "Can you give one day's food?" They're working, they were buying from the grocery all the time. Sadly, lost the last job. Can you give one day's food? I have one day. If they have resources, don't give it, but you should know that clearly. Of course, if they have to eat, if they have to cover their needs, it's not necessary for you to give them. It may even insult them. And it's not necessary, better to have some preferences and priorities, of course. If anybody who has some money extra buys just a packet of grocery and delivers it to somebody who very well that lost the job, that would be a great service. And I know we can. I know we can as well. I'll show you some examples later. Actually, I can show you some examples even now, right? I would like to share the screen now and it will come here. The flyer, one organization pushing millions to brink of starvation. So imagine, I didn't want to take a photo just off this page, and you can see it, how it shows that. But what I wanted is to show you how Act for Hunger works. This is a platform which Mohanji created especially for hunger. It's part of AMOCARE, but various organizations join it, and it's meant to satiate hunger of various beings It doesn't discriminate, so it gives food to both animals and people alike. Whoever is hungry, the feeling of hunger, both in the animal and in the human being. A small ant feels hunger as well as, let's say, a chicken, a pigeon, or eagle, or antelope, cat or dog, lion, hippo, or child, adult. Whatever orientation a person is, whatever gender, whatever, identity, culture, uh, color, caste, creed, whatever. So this is the platform which doesn't discriminate anyone. Only criteria is that person is really, really in need and hungry, starving. Look at these beautiful photos. It says this is on the Amokher Day, the 23rd of August, the day when Mohanji's first daughter left the body. Actually had an accident and died in that accident. And that was an inspiration to start a huge platform, a worldwide series of acts of love, expressing love through helping others around the world. It says here what they did was in the UK team fed birds, swans, ducks, and fish to mark the day in the memory of Amu. So look at this. Pictures of this kind. It really, really looks like a small thing, but imagine how these birds appreciate that. Another point. Yes, even more photos. Act UK. Imagine now other posts like here. I wanted to show, this is for, just a moment. Amokher and Sakshi Gupta shared with me today one album which is amazing. She says, with grace and blessings of Mohanji, Amokher Charitable Trust team in Jammu organized dry ration distribution drive for the families of flower vendors. Imagine those people who sell flowers in the street, how they don't have people to buy these flowers now. It's so they are suffering huge losses due to pandemic, as most of the temples are closed. So flower supplies, here they are. As temples are closed and they were selling flowers, money to sustain themselves and their families. Here jumped in and helped. So yeah, there are also other charities here. I wanted to pay attention to, as I mentioned, Act for Hunger. It went here, but I wanted to show you more, not only from here it is from the UK. It's all around the world. A nation at Mother Teresa Missionary Southwood. Also volunteers gave some food. These are 200 bags of crisps, 200 chocolate bars, etc. So Pooja said it's a joy to speak to the sisters each time we go. They continue to work selflessly. And I would share the pictures because they say more than words. The page will open, right? Good, just a moment. And let's go back here. The next was Anandan Seva at Tiruvannamalai. Yes, in India, food distribution to food seva, call it. So look at these food here, really, really. The next to be shared. Our lucky they received food is another thing, and it's not just India. This one. Thank you for Anandan in Sakuri. I'm care as well. So look at all these people. His Amukir Charitable Trust is taking care of them. And this was in, you see the date. And another charity here. Again, food distribution. Imagine what benefit these people have just for a hungry person. Food, really, really important to remember that always and give them food. The next one was here. It was livelihood project in Delhi. It's in July. It was in July. Look at this. Amazon 100 Home and Nature's Rotis and Sanjay Gandhi Animal Care Center on the 27th of July. I'll share you a few more pictures. They're inspiring. The people can have food here. And this was while they're good quality ingredients. Nothing stale, nothing that's going to be, you know, expired. When we say due date and expired, it's not distributed because that means we are going to get rid of it. But to give something with respect and love, something which is really, really good quality food here with children. Yeah, this is really touching when children are hungry. All right. These are some statistics what Amokir did. Amazing job here. A few more pictures. So look at it. Again, we see these are fresh photos, you know, recent photos I'm showing to you. And the original was raw food for the hungry as well here. Freshly cooked food and distribution in the various cities of India. This was in Badlapur. Badlapur. Here are more pictures here and various situations. So you got the point. I wanted to show you Europe. Our Serbian and Croatian team did an amazing job as well. This was in Mohanji Home for us, and Act for Hunger, Mumbai to here. How big event this was, Mumbai also, to feed so many people. So Mohanji really walks the talk. So not only he does it himself, he inspired thousands and thousands of people all over the world to do the same. Imagine what energy, how powerful this inspiration is when he not only does it himself, but with his own example, plus by really, really being able to inspire others to it. Explains what benefits there are for people to read and to cleanse from all kinds of negative emotions through this serving, helping the helpless. It we say in Serbia, we say you. But what does that mean? God will pay you. It means that you become rich inside, that you get elevated, that your inner dirt, which we are carrying inside, becomes reduced. We let go of inner weight like this. We feel, we expand our inner space for more positive, for more emptiness, just making space for this God to feel us in, right? For this divine, sacred energy, pure brightness to feel us in. And for Act for Hunger, I wanted to, this is a film in South Africa. Look at these people here. You can see them as well in South Africa. So we have other continents covered. This was in Shumbashava. Supported this initiative. Here is Milica. A lot of children here getting food in Shumbashava. Then again, here are some photos. These little here they are again. Let's okay. Food, how it is prepared, as well. More food and more. Look at these, more people here. This is another. You may see the Chetvolet Baba. I don't know whether I shared it. I pronounced it properly, and a really precious initiative. I hope this inspires you for future. Your acts of kindness. Look around yourself. You don't need to go to Africa or poor areas of India because hunger is everywhere. Look at here. We have Youth Act Volunteer as well. In youth, when inspired, can do wonders. We have a lot of new ideas, full of strength and time. South Africa as well, Amukir Charitable Trust, India, UK, and Croatia. Look at here, guys. Croatian team buying food and supporting one family who's really affected adversely and in adverse conditions because of this COVID situation. And the food, vegan food brought to them. We provide groceries, vegan food, nutritious, freshly cooked, healthy food. And here it is, the Serbian team volunteers from Zrenjanin visited a family living in difficult conditions, a house without electricity, and donated 57 kilograms of food, 2 packages of clothes and bedding, 2 packages and books, etc. People in the family needed and supported them. Hi guys, so this is Renjanin, hooray. And of course other cities in Serbia are active as well. So these are just examples of, look at these conditions, look at the ceiling, really, really not so at all. And needing attention, a lot of attention and investment. Right. Another thing, if you're inclined to give to Mohanji, anyway, what we said, just as well, some other part of the message was spaces for everyone. These centers of, okay, just a moment. Yes. So here we are again. Spaces for everyone, centers of peace, ashrams. Now, if you have excess money, if you really want to give it to Mohanji community, either to Mohanji says, either to Mohanji or the family or anybody in the community, you can deposit it in the bank in your country in the foundation. On the website mohanji.org, there is a link, donate, where you can write and explain what your intention is, and then you will get the answer where exactly to donate. This is welcome because now we are, as an organization, planning to build this center of peace or ashram in Slovenia, where Mohanji is planning to stay for a longer period during the year. So at the moment he's in India, but when the time becomes suitable for traveling, he will be traveling again, and you will not spend more than 2 weeks in one place, as you know. Those who will remember that. But he is planning to stay in Slovenia ashram for a lot of time during the year, and he would like that to be a place for everyone, so that a lot of people can get solace there, a lot of people can get elevated there and benefit from being in that place, which will be of really, really high energy and like an energy incubator. That's why this is also a priority to invest there. As you know, Mohanji Foundation gives a lot of programs for free, meditations are free, teachings are free, so, techniques are free, etc. So this is only retreats are paid. So you are free to donate so that this ashram is really, really built, because Mohanji wants, again, selflessly, that it is beneficial for everyone. So he says, you can also give that money over for the ashram funds. We need money for the ashram, which we intend to build in Slovenia now. We are making the plans for it. That's more practical than sending gifts to me. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not ungrateful. I really appreciate that you're loving me so much, and I'm indebted to you for your love. But let us use money for more practical purpose. If the center of peace or the ashram is built, it will support and it will be a source of solace for many people in the years to come. This is more practical. This is more required. So let us work towards something good, something positive, something more practical and more important at this point in time. And in the end, I would just like to read this beautiful conclusion: one world, one family. I invite you all to think, as a real person of the world, to think as a human being, beyond, color, caste, creed, beyond religion, beyond gender, beyond age, beyond, all kinds of boundaries that the mind created. I will leave you with this thought, and please understand that we are all one. We are one family. We have no separation. When your heart wells with love for me, I receive it. When you love me, I feel it, I receive it. And this love is what is uniting us. This love unites us. This love maintains us. This is our nourishment. And if you can maintain this love, we will have no sorrows. We are all here together at this point in time and the times to come. We are together and we would like to help each other. Let's hold hands and stay together. We do not believe in any man-made barriers. We have no caste, country, culture, color differences, right? No religion nor language barriers. We are all one. So your overwhelming love that you express in your society will tell the society what the flavor of Mohanji family is. I love you and lots of love. I love you too. And I wish you lots of love too. Thank you for your attention. I hope it will inspire you to invite others and say, let's help our neighbors. Let's do something good. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day.